What's up, guys? It's been a pretty chill day for most of the day. Except when I went outside, there was a lot of stalkers when I went outside. I see a white truck right now. He's probably a stalker. But first thing when I woke up this morning, though, I woke up at like 6:30 or something, and there's nothing happening when I got up. And then I go in the bathroom, and then my neighbor, like, that's on that side, right next to, comes up right next to the wall, talking on the phone like he always does, and just like right as I'm taking a shit or whatever, these two cars are synced right now. But he did that, and then he talked for like a couple minutes, and then he stopped talking, and then it was quiet. There was nothing happening again for pretty much all day. Pretty much most of the day has been. I haven't been looking out my window, but if I was looking out my window, I would see stalkers. But it's been quiet though. But then when I went outside, there was a lot of stalkers driving by. Before the video that I recorded, there was more stalkers than there was on the video. And there's still a lot of the video too. But there's way more of them before. There's a bunch of stalker parades driving by, a bunch of cars in a row. So my other neighbors were stalking me a couple times. But other than that, I think I got some frequencies shot in my ear today or last night. I think it was today. And then there's been some noises going off, like there's been a few things happening occasionally, but compared to most days though, it's pretty quiet. It's Christmas Day. But I see stalkers driving by right now though on the street. So it's cold outside. But if I go walk around, it'll be stalkered up. I see more stalkers driving by right now. And then I forgot to say, when I was at my grandma's house last night, the one dog, my grandpa's sister's dog, my grandma was like, she bites, so watch out. And then she was just acting all sweet the whole night though. She didn't look like she was gonna bite me. But then like toward the end of the night, I stood up and the dog started like barking at me and acting like it was gonna bite me. It never bit me, but it kept acting like it was gonna bite me and shit. It was like a little tiny schnauzer, but I don't know if it was a synchronizer thing, or if like I had all these ribbons and like we were unwrapping presents, so I had all these ribbons and like I put some bows on my hat and shit. And like the dog might have been freaking out because of that, because I stood up and I had all these bows and ribbons on me. But it might have been a synchronizer thing too. I don't know. But it kept doing it after that though. Like every once in a while, the dog kept like acting like it was gonna attack me, and then it would like come up and like and like be all sweet to me again, and then it would like start acting like it's gonna bite me again. So I don't know what was up with the dog, but all the dogs are synchronized though. Like I said last night, I just heard a door slam in the hallway, and then I heard my neighbor cough right after that. And there's all these cars driving by synced outside. And there's this one car that was parked in the background that its lights turned on synced, and it's like pointed directly at me and way in the background. And we took off synced. And there's a silver truck synced with a silver van right now, and then the silver van didn't sync again. Thought he was gonna sync again. And then there was a few sirens last night. I'm trying to think about what it synced with. I forget. I think it was like right as I was walking out of the bathroom or something, a siren started to go off. And then, I think there was a siren this morning too. I forgot. And there's a black and silver car synced right now, and then there's other cars synced. And then I see the red cars synced right now with each other. I think I heard a bird sing. Oh yeah, there's a goose. I think he synced. I think the goose was honking synced and flying over synced. He's like, oh, oh, synced. And pretty much, and like anytime that I see geese, usually they're flying like right over my head. He wasn't flying right over my head, but he was flying over the intersection synced, I think. But usually when I see geese, they're synced. Or like every time I see geese, maybe. Like every time I see geese, they're flying like right over my head, usually. Pretty much any birds I see usually look synced. And sometimes they look questionable, but usually they look synced. Oh, and then last night when my grandma, I was in my grandma's car on the way to her house, and there was this flock of birds as we drove up to the intersection. It's like a major intersection too. And like when we drive up to it, there's this flock of birds, and it's like flying over the intersection as we drive up. They're like flying out in front of the car or whatever. and then it kept flying over the seats, flying like to the side of the car and like over the car and like over the intersection. Just kept like flying around seats. Like we were sitting at the red light and it just kept flying around us seat. and And then when we were driving home, my grandma was like, she was like, oh, there's no traffic. That's weird to see no traffic, huh? Because it's Christmas Eve, there's no traffic. It's Christmas Eve night, there's no traffic. But I don't know. It just seemed like it was a thing that they told her to say. Like a lot of times they'll be like, oh my god, look at all this traffic today, this is crazy, these people are driving like idiots. But they're stalkered up, person driving me. And it's like people it's like stalkers cutting us off in traffic, and they're like, oh my god, what, these people are driving crazy. I'm like, yeah. They're stalkered up. And then they're like, huh? I'm like, never mind. And then they hit their turn signal as we drive by a Freemason building. And then they cough as we drive by the intersection. And then they slam on the brakes as we drive by a cop. And then they point synced. And then I see someone walking a dog. Is he synced? But yeah, like when I'm getting a ride from someone, they'll be like pointing synced. Like as we drive through the intersection, they'll be like, look at that over there. Or they'll like point at a stalker and they'll be like, look at that guy. To like make me look over at it like a blue car with a red shirt with a 33 license plate guy. And then he syncs with the red car. And they're like, look over there at that guy. He's got a funny hat on or something. And then they'll be like stomping on the gas sink or stomping on the brake sink, turning the radio up or down or off or on synced, or answering your phone synced, or taking a drink synced, rolling your window down synced, or hitting the turn signal synced, or talking synced, like starting to talk synced at a synced moment, or saying directed conversations, saying words at synced moments, saying a certain word at a synced moment, or a certain thing at a synced moment. Like they'll be quiet, and then like as a stalker is driving by us the opposite way on the street, they'll start talking. They'll be like, "So, have you ever heard of da da da?" So send something to my Cash App so I can get a car, so I can drive by myself, and drive somewhere far away from here where gang stalkers don't exist. I don't know where that is. It's probably somewhere far away from America, but maybe I can drive really fast and then drive over the water or something. Figure it out. But first, I need a car to get to the water. So, some of my Cash App. I'm going to Fiji. Where the fuck is Fiji at? Where's Fiji at? What continent is Fiji by? I just heard my neighbor cough. Was it synced? I think it was synced. Anyway, I'm going to Fiji, so send some of my Cash App. But yeah, it's pretty chill out here. I see some more stalkers right now, a couple of them. Just a few of them at a time. It's not constant stalkers today. But it's pretty much constant though. It's a few of them at a time, and then like a 10-second pause, and then a few more, and then another 10-second pause. It's kind of like that the whole time looking out the window. And then there's these people walking up right now, like synced with this whitey in this other car. They're gonna walk by me synced. And there's their car backing up out of a driveway synced with the whitey. And then the other whitey He's coming around again, and then the guys stopped walking as the whitey drove behind him, and they were like talking to somebody, I think. And then I think they walked away, synced with the silver car driving behind them. But the one guy is still standing there though. There's like 3 people walking up. Oh, is he walking right now? Oh wait, are they walking back? What's happening? Are they gonna sink again? The one guy walked away, walked over to the other people, and they're like standing over there talking, whatever. And there was these like hammering sounds when he did that. And then these 2 whiteys drove out and synced to each other, and the other cars were synced with them. And there's a red car in the background synced with them. Oh, they're walking back toward me again. Oh, wait. The other 2 guys walked away right when I said that. Like, walked back the other way again. Oh, wait. Oh. They keep, like, stopping, walking, and then walking again. Okay, now they're walking again. And then the one guy was, like, standing there, and he started walking again when a silver car drove behind him. It's this one dude that's homeless that I always see, and I don't know if these other dudes are homeless that's with him, but I don't know if he's still homeless or what, or if he's actually homeless or not. But whenever I see him, he's like sleeping on the side of the street though, so I think he's homeless. Well, as they walk by me, my water heater's turning on. These 2 cars are meeting each other at the intersection at the same time. Homeless scene. The heater on my wall just click synced. There's engine sounds outside that sound synced. I just heard some sound through walls. It was like sounded synced. Sound like that. It was like I see a whitey driving out right when I walk up. A white SUV. And then he syncs with a whitey truck. Succinct. The heater on the wall is click sync. Succinct, sync. Literally. Well, not literally. But kind of literally. Wait, here's a Christmas jingle. I forgot I made this Christmas jingle. I heard this song last night. I was like, oh, I sampled that. I made two beats out of it actually. Yo, I just looked at the time on here and it says 1:23. And I looked at the time on my phone and it says 1:19. It's 1:19 p.m. 911. It's crazy, man. Welcome to Anyway, I don't see any stalkers right at this second. There's nothing out there right now at this second. So, pretty quiet day, pretty chill day, overall, and
Who knows? Might get crazy in a second. And then probably tomorrow it's gonna get crazy again though, if not. So that's all I got to talk about right now about the walking up scene. They be walking up scene. And don't be walking up scene.